from the bottom there to the top here. So if that wants to swing, it has to push that bottom out, which is very hard, because especially if it's underground, you know, like if fill it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you do that like that, cross races, it's like anything else when you cross race a door, or even your cabinet doors or barn door.
So the other one would be on the other side, and it'd be top to bottom this way.
Yeah.
Just
Well, here you could only do one
side, and the other one would be that
unless you want to. If you want to be fancy, then yeah, you could, because you can run another one from here, do your angle, and go from the top, then go another angle from the bottom. So you do your cross. In the middle here, all I would do is go from the corner post
to the middle,
up towards the middle, corner up towards the middle.
Yeah, that would stop that movement.
Yeah.
All right.
Because then you're distributing that top wiggle to the bottom where it's anchored.
Mm-hmm.
So as far down as you can deep, then you just fill it up.
So, is there a way to achieve the same thing with this, and then that way this can get cemented in?
You just weld some pieces on
the brace.
Yeah.
Just
not the brace, but
so at the ends of the metal. Yeah.
Oh, you know what though? Shit, the other thing that might. No, because the cable wouldn't. Well, it'd pull it. It'd pull instead of pushing.
I wanted to do this before, but I just didn't have time because all the trips coming up here is like there's so many things to remember and like to gather and pack and.
Well, even then, you got problems show up or develop once you're doing something.
Exactly.
Like I didn't anticipate this being
So today our goal is to get the rest of the sheeting done, put the roof up, finish the raft. Like we're gonna go 15 feet wide, so only a 6-inch overhang on each side. That way I don't have to cut the metal because it's
full sheets. Yeah,
it's full sheets, and it's exactly, I think it's exactly 10 feet.
Oh, perfect.
So because I use 2x10, so it's not, the sheets are 10 feet long.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll have to put your edging on top of your tin.
Yeah.
Yeah, like your fascia board or whatever you took.
Yeah.
Take a 6-inch fascia board or whatever and just put it over it. Silicone the shit out of it so that the water doesn't go up in there.
From the top, from there.
It won't really do much damage if it does. I mean, you need a hell of a storm for that water to go up.
And then we have the door here. We have the old windows, so everything's already on site from last time. So we just throw those up.
Yeah.
Should be pretty simple.
Well, it'll be all right. It's still the work ahead of you, that's for sure.
All right, good morning. We're on our last morning here. We're getting the metal ready to put on the roof. Then we're gonna put the windows and doors in, pack out and get out of here.
It's supposed to not rain today, and we're getting a little bit of a break with the weather. Maybe the sun will give us
a few smiles today. Just pre-drilling this so it's easier when we get on the roof and everything lines up nice too.
every 6 inches, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna have to. I don't have enough.
We'll get right eventually.
Nope. Yep. I could just let me once I grab it, you should be good. Good?
Yeah. So occasionally you get to the final
Edge.
panel and you realize that you screwed up somewhere and it's sticking over the edge, so you have to bring it back down and cut it off by hand. How good does that feel?
Right. I measured everything. They said 5 pieces would equal 15 feet. Did it all right, but then I guess I didn't do it all right. So now I'm gonna cut off this edge and we're just gonna bend it over. Maybe make our bush grate. What do you call that tool? Bush brake.
Yeah.
Out of out of 2x4s instead of aluminum. And then when we get to the exterior cladding phase, we'll cap it nicely in aluminum. Stuff like that. Good stuff. She locks. That's it. He's foaming.
Foaming like a boss, man. Okay, so this is an example of the lateral movement. Go ahead. So if you see, the entire shed shakes. And that's because we haven't yet filled in the holes where the screw piles are. So what we did is we pre-dug to get through the roots and the top layer, and then from there we screwed them in. However, we never filled it back in because we want to put cement or pea gravel in there to provide that lateral support. However, when we tried to buy some at the local hardware store, they were all sold out of concrete. So we weren't able to get it in before the winter. So we're gonna just hope that this is gonna be good enough, and I think it should be, because remember, there's so much snowpack here in the winter that it'll be up to here by the spring, and this thing will be engulfed in a snowbank, really.
There's a small gap there, about an inch from the edge of the metal to the edge of the drip edge. What should happen is there should be a like a kind of bent metal or some kind of cap, so that the water can shed
over top and run down this instead of running underneath it the way it is right now. But we don't have that here, so we just kind of left it the way it is. It's not perfect, but it's what we can do given what we have. They weren't open 2 days in a row, and then they also didn't have all the concrete and everything we needed for the stability at the bottom. It's hard to get some of this stuff because where we are, we're off the freight line, and unfortunately it costs a lot more, and by the time they get stuff, it's out pretty quickly because there's a high demand for things like that. So we do what we can with what we have, and that's it. Other than that, it's a very solid structure. I think it's the best thing we've done here in a while in terms of building. We've used and learned from other builds we've done in the past and incorporated that knowledge into this one.
Thanks for joining us on the latest episode of Bush Platoon. If you like this episode, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, even if it's ridiculous, and hit that notification bell so that they don't screw you in the algorithm. See you in the next one.